And what is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. Smackdown Live was about 60% good and 40% bad, but it was 100% about Kofi Kingston and Kofi Mania. And just like the good Lord, Vince McMahon giveth and Vince McMahon taketh away. And it may be the greatest thing happening on the road to WrestleMania, and we are going to talk about it right here and right now. My name is Nick Nightmare, and you are watching the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show Smackdown Live review. Let's do it.
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. Remember that feeling you had when Becky Lynch was making her ascent and this whole thing with Ronda Rousey first started to build, and we were having Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, and you had that feeling, that WrestleMania feeling, and that I'm proud to kind of be a wrestling fan feeling, because this just felt big and this just felt epic. And it still kind of does, even with the addition of Charlotte Flair, but I think the rise and what they are doing with Kofi Kingston just might be eclipsing all of that. Kofi Mania is taken over, and it is a real thing. And I think the WWE has acknowledged that even though they came in the back door on this thing, they didn't plan on this. They have a very huge moment to deliver to the WWE Universe. Are they going to deliver what we want them to at WrestleMania? That remains to be seen. And if Vince McMahon has his way, supposedly, this is not going to happen for Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston defies the odds tonight and beat all 5 of the best heels on SmackDown Live, maybe in the history of wrestling, with the exception of Recycle Rowan. We can't call him one of the best heels. He's a big, bad, beefy dude. But you're talking about Samoa Joe, Sheamus, Cesaro, and Randy Orton. How one man could defeat those 4 men, no matter what the circumstances were, that happened. Kofi Kingston beat those 5 dudes and earned his way into WrestleMania's main event against the new Daniel Bryan, as per Vince McMahon's decree last week. But the fun would soon come to an end, as Kofi Kingston has no chance to get to WrestleMania thanks to Vince McMahon and the new Daniel Bryan. Vince comes out being the smug asshole he is. Hey, congratulations, Kofi Kingston, you're going to WrestleMania. Only if you could beat this guy. And then Daniel Bryan comes out, and you almost think that now there is really no way Kofi Kingston's going to win. And he made you believe that despite having gone 55 minutes against some of the top-tier talent on SmackDown Live and coming out victorious, that he still had a shot at beating the champion on this night. He made you believe. The storytelling in the match was great. Throughout the Gauntlet, Kofi Kingston's odds were getting greater and greater, more and more against him. After going through 2 tough contests against the Bar, one after the other, he would go against Rowan. Now, I do have one little thing that I'm going to say about this whole thing with Rowan, but first, let's talk about what happened. Rowan goes out there, and he gets himself disqualified by beating up Kofi Kingston with a chair on the outside of the ring. He also delivers the Iron Claw Slam, which is what they're calling that palm fisting choke slam that he's got. Palm fisting, that's not a word. That sounds like something disgusting. So let's forget that word. The palming of the guy's face into the announce table on the outside. You thought there's no way Kofi Kingston's gonna get through this. He still has Samoa Joe and Randy Orton to get through. Now, before we go any further, my one problem with this is Recycle Rowan's one fucking job he's got for his boss, Daniel Bryan, is to make sure Kofi Kingston does not advance in this gauntlet. Right? Daniel Bryan thinks Kofi is undeserving. He is not worthy. He has not earned this. Eric Rowan, you go out there and you make sure to put him out, and the guy goes and gets himself disqualified? If I were Daniel Bryan, I would have went out there on TV and smacked him right in the back of his bald bean head. What are you doing? That's not what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to beat his ass, pin him, and get this over with. I understand that WWE needed a way out with that, so they chose the cheap way out with the DQ to get the big man out without him having to be defeated. But there was a million other ways they could have went about this. I'm not going to get into any of them because it's not important. What happened, happened. And Eric Rowan very stupidly got himself disqualified. And now Kofi would have to go against Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe comes out there and just is manhandling Kofi Kingston for the majority of his time out there. And Kofi Kingston gets a flash, what was it, like a schoolboy sort of, and he elevated his body up just enough to have the leverage on Samoa Joe to keep the big man's shoulders pinned down to the mat. Now, problem here for me only is the fact that Samoa Joe is the United States champion. I hate having my champions pinned. We'll get more into that later. But Samoa Joe goes down as well, leaving Randy Orton. Randy Orton would come out, and now, truly, for this whole entirety of the matchup, I'm truly starting to get excited. The first 4 matches were, they were good. They were good. It was an entertaining gauntlet match. But you felt that it was a little predictable, right? The match started at 9 o'clock, so you got a whole hour to go. And I know a lot of you guys were looking forward to the SmackDown Live kicking off with the gauntlet match as was advertised by the WWE, but I think this was a brilliant maneuver to have it, because what are you going to want to go off the air with? You're not going to want to go off the air with a brawl from Charlotte and Becky, or a promo by The Miz or Daniel Bryan. You're going to want to go off with the hottest thing. So the best thing that they did was move this segment to the second half of the show, while also, maybe in an evil genius kind of way, planning to do so to have everybody tune in to the start of the show, only to have to watch the first half of the show to get to what we really all came to see, which was the gauntlet match. And while this match, like I said, was very good, it was very predictable, because you knew Kofi Kingston was going to make it to the final competitor. You didn't know how, but you knew that he was going to get through to the number 5 guy. And when that number 5 guy was Randy Orton, you definitely thought, all right, now I don't know what's going to happen. Is Randy Orton going to lose to Kofi on the road to WrestleMania? I don't know. It made it much more exciting to me. And when Kofi Kingston came out with this thing in a surprise fashion at the end, out of nowhere, take that, Randy! I popped myself, because I actually did not expect Kofi to win this match and get to WrestleMania, but that's what we all believed happened, and I was freaking out on my couch. I could not believe this was actually happening. Kofi's going to WrestleMania. How are they going to get through the next 2 weeks of TV to build this thing? That's immediately what I start thinking, and then Vince's music hits, and the news is broken that he will have to now also defeat Daniel Bryan, which, as close as he came, just was not close enough, and Kofi gets screwed by the boss once again, and that is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's going to make the moment even better when Kofi finally does get his moment crowned him. It has to happen. And the WWE is teasing us. They actually gave it to us tonight, and like I said, then took it away within minutes. And the crowd is in an uproar, and the fans on social media are in an uproar, and all the casuals are like, oh, it's not fair. But when you look at it with a mind like you and I have, because I know you guys are among some of the smartest fans in the world because you watched this show to begin with, which makes you super intelligent. I know you guys knew. You knew the importance of doing it this way. It's making it more special. You don't want to just have everything thrown at you guys. What do I keep longing for? Storytelling. Make me wait. Surprise me. Whether it's in a positive way or a negative way. And tonight they positively, negatively affected me by doing what they did. And now it's just making me salivate to find out what is it going to take for Kofi to make it into this main event. I'm excited about it, because you know what's going to happen, and they can only fuck it up. right? Which we know that they probably will do at some point, and I'm going to hold on to this moment for as long as I can, because I miss this feeling of looking forward to SmackDown Live next week, because I want to know how we are going to continue down this road. This is something Monday Night Raw never does. When Monday Night Raw comes to an end, I immediately want Mondays altogether to be canceled. Who doesn't want to fucking get rid of Monday? Once upon a time, it would have been like, don't take Monday away. Fucking Raw is on. Now I'm like, take Monday. I don't want to fucking go to work. It's one of my longest days of the week at my job. I don't want to be there all day on a Monday and then come home and get tortured for 3 hours at night by something I'm supposed to be loving. But Tuesday, they got it right. So take that, Mojo. SmackDown Live. They got it right. They get it. They understand. At least in this moment. Because don't get too overexcited. This isn't going to be just me kissing SmackDown Live's ass all night. Because from the 9 to 10 o'clock hour, I was into it. From the 8 to 9 o'clock hour is a whole nother ball of wax. While I did enjoy The Miz opening up this show, I didn't care too much that they changed the lineup of the show, because I thought it made more sense to do it that way. Anyway, The Miz was amazing tonight. I know he started off a little floppy, right, and you were kind of bored at the beginning, because it was just going to be The Miz talking the same Miz shit again, right? But it didn't go that route, and The Miz brought out an intensity that you rarely see from The Miz, because he was not playing the heel version of The Miz. This is a babyface Miz, which I don't really want to see. It has the prospect of actually nauseating me, but I just really enjoyed where he came from tonight, calling out Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon, saying that you guys think you could do whatever you want because you're billionaires. I've been here all this time. I wasn't given anything. I earned the respect of the fans. I earned my main event match at WrestleMania. I earned my WWE Championship, and now I have all these things. And he's earned them. He was never given anything by his billion-dollar daddy or anything else. And I thought it was awesome. He even went on to say, I had to earn my father's love. I had to earn all these things, things that you were just given. And they are polar opposites that way. And The Miz was just on fire, man. I really thought it was great. And one of the reasons that I say tonight was 100% about Kofi Kingston is because there's almost not one segment where Kofi Kingston was not mentioned leading into this Gauntlet match at the end of the night. This being one of them. The Miz going out of his way, telling the McMahons, listen, you don't own me, just like you don't own Kofi Kingston, which got the crowd all started off in the Kofi chants. And it just was really great. The fans actually got on the Miz's side, giving him a "you deserve it" chant, and I thought it was done very, very well. I enjoyed the Miz's promo, and I hope you guys did as well. What I did not enjoy was what we came to after this, and it's not that I have a problem with the Iconics, because I really don't. And I actually look at what we've seen tonight, as much as this match was unnecessary, and just was kind of put there to fill time, and because the Iconics have been making noise about Sasha and Bayley not showing up on SmackDown Live with those pretty new titles, this was kind of not needed, and in the end, it went down the way I hate the most. And what did we just talk about with Samoa Joe? And in this case, it's even worse, because you just minted these championship belts, and you put them around the waist of two former NXT Women's Champions, former WWE Raw Women's Champions. And the Iconics come out with a victory by pinning the champions. I don't care that they won. They could have won by disqualification, being that they're the heel team, and that's what should have fucking happened. They could have won via countout, or had a double disqualification, have some sort of a double elimination, and not have a finish at all, because what should be being protected is the championships. And Sasha Banks and Bayley are more than deserving of that respect, being their past accolades up until this point. And I understand them trying to build storytelling, but this is the laziest, most bullshit way, and it's almost the go-to way for the WWE. Well, we don't know how else to get the Iconics involved in the discussion for the WWE Tag Team Championships for the women's division at WrestleMania, so let's just have them go out there and pin the champion. One of the reasons Kofi Kingston is in the situation he's in is because we've seen him pin the champion. Why are the champions getting pinned? And it's even more terrible in this scenario because this title is brand new. These girls should have grabbed them belts and not touched the mat with them shoulders until the time came for them to drop the titles. That's how you establish prestige. These girls not only successfully defended their championship in their initial run, but they went undefeated. That would make whoever held it next mean even more. But now within months, within infancy of this championship being created, the champions have already been defeated. Not for the titles, but they've been defeated. So how much do you really care about these belts? What do they mean? We all know the belts are just a prop nowadays, but don't go blatantly out there and do this. And show us that you don't really give a shit about what the championship means. You just need it to look pretty on TV and make sure it comes out in 4K in pristine vision for everybody to see. It's bullshit, and I do not like that. What I do not mind is the Iconics being involved in the WrestleMania match. It's fine. You want to make it a fatal 4-way and have 4 teams go at it for the women's tag team titles. That's fine with me. There was a better way to go about it. Why didn't you have them show up on Raw and start beating up the Divas of Doom instead of having me regurgitate my dinner because the Samoan Slaughterhouse had to show up? Do something different. They kept calling them out. Oh, they're not coming to SmackDown Live? Well, we're going to come to your fucking house. Boom, just show up and jump them. And now set it up. Come on. Let Sasha and Bayley beat them on the road to WrestleMania, maybe on the go-home show, whatever. And then you do whatever you got to do at WrestleMania. There's so many better ways they could have done this. Pinning the champions is by far the worst way. And of course, because the women are on screen, we gotta get bam, 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 bam. I am the lady, and I do nothing, and I'm so sick of this. She needs to go away if she ain't wrestling. Bam, 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 bam. I like Lacey Evans. She's a former U.S. military soldier. She's a mom. She's worked her ass off to get where she's at. I've seen her wrestle in NXT here and there. It's not that she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but she's a decent talent. She's great, but you guys wouldn't know that unless you watched her in NXT. Or you've seen her in the Mae Young Classic, or seen her in any of the ways that I have seen her outside of the main roster of the WWE. You guys wouldn't know it. Because all we see is this, and she walks down with her fucking big hats, bam, 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 and then she goes away. And I don't care. And this needs to come to an end. Let this girl come and wrestle for once, goddammit. Show the world why she's the lady. And I hate this Southern Belle bullshit. Oh, I'm a sassy Southern Belle. Blah. Spare me, will you please? You're either the lady of the WWE or you're the sassy Southern Belle. Why do we have to have 9,000 fucking nicknames? What are you, Apollo Creed? No, thank you. So the Iconics win this matchup, unfortunately, by pinning the champions. I don't care that they won the match. I just thought the way they went about it was awful. We go to Kayla Braxton backstage, who's standing there with Rey Mysterio, and I swear to God, I don't know what the hell I was feeling on the inside. There was all kinds of weirdness going on when little Dominic showed back up 14 years after the last time I've seen him on WWE TV, and I have no fucking clue why this kid is there. If he doesn't end up in a coquina clutch next week on SmackDown Live, there was no fucking point for him to be there. Why is Dominic back? He gonna form a tag team with Little Nicholas and beef up the tag team division? What the fuck is going on? Initially, I don't have a problem. Rey Mysterio had his boy with him. You know, that's fine. But, come on. Really? This is what we're giving TV time? Anyway. Dominic says his father's going to take care of Joe at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio's been giving a one-on-one match with Samoa Joe. Everybody's like, oh, well, they'll add Andrade. And I certainly hope they do. They should also add R-Truth. Both guys have a legitimate claim to the championship, right? But we'll see what we go from there. Hopefully that's what they do. If not, I'm not going to shit on the prospect of Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. The only bad thing that's going to happen is more than likely Rey Mysterio will beat Samoa Joe and win the United States Championship in New Jersey. Not New York, you buffoons. Logistics, people. The Meadowlands, MetLife, is in New Jersey. WrestleMania is not happening in New York. Idiots. It's so sad that they have to disrespect New Jersey. Nobody loves Jersey. Is it because of the Jersey Shore? Or has this always kind of happened? I don't understand it. Why can't they tell you where it really is? WrestleMania is not happening in New York. It's happening in New Jersey. Just throwing that out there. Because I'm not stupid. And neither is Kevin Owens. We had the new and improved KO show, complete with new graphics and a new t-shirt. Everything's always ready to go the night of. And this was great. I love Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens got the shit stirred between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. The girls came to blows. And that's all you need to know. Even Kevin Owens got to give a little shout out to Kofi Kingston during his little thing there. But nothing more. This was unnecessary, unneeded. You brought Kevin Owens back to bring back the Kevin Owens show, I guess. I don't know. I was enjoying seeing the guy wrestle. He was doing his thing, and I was hoping they were going to continue down that route. But as of right now, the Kevin Owens show has been brought back to air, and it did a great job tonight. Kevin Owens made a great point tonight. Nobody gets under your skin like your best friend, right? And he just got these girls going. And next thing you know, Charlotte Flair is screaming, "I would beat Becky's ass," or whatever she said. And then Becky Lynch responds with a right fist to the face. And the next thing you know, it breaks down. Charlotte Flair spears her over the table that Kevin Owens had set up. And next thing you know, it's shenanigans all over the place. And the girls went nuts. And it just didn't really mean to anything. They just continued to brawl at ringside. And then they would go to commercial. The fans are chanting for Becky. And, you know, it feels a little less than special. I don't know why this was necessary, but it was a decent segment. It got everybody hyped with all the action, I guess, and the crowd was eating it up. I just didn't think it was that necessary. Almost about as necessary as Ronda's segment yesterday on Monday Night Raw. But that's just my opinion. You guys probably find it much more amusing and probably enjoyed it a lot more. I just am almost growing tired of it because they're just maybe doing a little bit too much promotion for this one match that's going to main event WrestleMania. Kayla Braxton is backstage with AJ Styles. AJ Styles is putting over Randy Orton in a big way, talking about how great he is being a multiple-time WWE champion. He also says that at WrestleMania, Orton's going to be standing across from somebody who doesn't have all of the same advantages that Randy Orton has been given throughout his career. AJ says he's not coming to WrestleMania to build shit. SmackDown Live is the house AJ Styles built. But WrestleMania, AJ Styles is coming to tear the house down. And I firmly believe that that is a true possibility. And then he walks off and then comes back like Booker T. But he didn't say sucker. He said he wanted to wish good luck to his good friend Kofi Kingston in tonight's main event. Another Kofi Kingston reference. It was constant throughout the night. We come back from the break. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are in the ring. Daniel Bryan, like we touched upon earlier, called this an injustice. Kofi Kingston's addition to the championship match at WrestleMania in any way would be an injustice. He didn't earn his way. He's nothing more than a B-plus player. Nobody knows better than Daniel Bryan about being held down by the authority and being called a B-plus player. But Kofi Kingston is nothing more than a B-plus player. He was handpicked as the replacement for Mustafa Ali. He's been given all these opportunities and is just unfair. The only thing I didn't like about this promo, everything was spot on. The new Daniel Bryan is a fantastic heel champion. I just didn't like how abruptly it ended, as the New Day just came out in the middle of Daniel Bryan saying everything that he was saying, and then the Gauntlet match would begin. The Gauntlet match we already went through at the beginning of the show. We're not going to talk about the whole entire thing again. After the match, Kofi Kingston absolutely spent and exhausted from the Gauntlet match. Big E and Xavier Woods would come out to attend to him as Daniel Bryan stood on the rampway with Recycle Rowan, who failed at his job, but I guess if you can't get it done right by somebody else, you just have to do it yourself. And I know that's not exactly how the phrase goes, but SmackDown Live goes boom tonight with the end of the show, and it was a decent night once again for the Blue Brand, as we have become accustomed to saying, because Monday Night Raw is just a big red fucking trash bin full of dog shit, and SmackDown Live remains giving us hope that the road to WrestleMania won't be as terrible to get through, at least on Tuesday nights. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight once again. Looks like we got through another one, so we are going to wrap this thing up with the quickness. Don't forget to take a look at our sponsor, Audible. Audible has over 180,000 books for you guys to choose to fill your eardrums with, and you can get one absolutely free, and it's on me. Just for being a fan of Sledgehammer TV and the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, go to audibletrial.com/SledgehammerTV right now. Sign up for the 30-day free trial and redeem your one free audiobook. All sorts of genres are available, from self-help and education all the way to science fiction and pro wrestling biographies. Some of the best ones on the market, and you can get one free right now. Go to audibletrial.com/SledgehammerTV and get your deal today. If you've redeemed this deal from somebody else, I urge you guys to share this link with your friends and family, and if you know how awesome Audible is, extend our gift to somebody who you think would enjoy Audible, and have them also come on over and join the best group of fans anybody can have anywhere in the world, as just as SmackDown Live began tonight, we hit 1,303 subscribers, and you guys all fucking kick ass. I love each and every one of my sledgeheads in my family that is full of the brothers and sisters of the Sledgehammer Club, and I want you guys, if you are not part of the greatest community of wrestling fans on the planet, you need to subscribe right now. So hit that subscribe button. Make sure you stay notified so you can be with us on the entire rest of the way to WrestleMania, including the whole entire weekend, because we got a lot of special stuff going on WrestleMania weekend, and I want you guys to be here for all of it. So make sure you stay subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Smash that like button if you enjoyed absolutely anything that I said at all, even if it was just one simple word. I don't care what it was. Just hit that like button so that I know that you enjoyed it, and we'll keep coming back for more. And then share this video with each and every one of your wrestling buddies all over the wrestling world, especially if they had a good time with that Gauntlet match tonight on SmackDown Live. Don't forget to check out the Raw review if you missed it. It was a good one. And we have the King Kong Bundy tribute video up and live. Go check that one out. Some of you guys haven't watched it yet, I know, because the number's low, so go check it out. It's worth 3 minutes of your time. King Kong Bundy was a legend, and it was a lot of work, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a really good one, and I'm really proud of it. So go check it out right now if you haven't already. If you have, go watch it again, because it's fucking good, and you already know it. And also, all of our Fastlane coverage, if I didn't already say that, is live for you to go check out and peruse if you haven't already done so. That, my friends and my brothers and sisters, is going to do it. And we are out of here. This is the team, Thor the Sledgehammer, the official Sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. His partner, Blue the Snowball, the World Heavyweight Champion of all the microphones in all the world. I am your host, Nick Nightmare, the host with the most, and the most important member of the team, as always, is each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and we will see you later on the road to WrestleMania. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we are going to see you next time on your new favorite wrestling show, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, only on Sledgehammer TV, right here on YouTube.com. Boom!